Hi again, Amy with Amy Hopfinger and Company here. Congratulations on making it to the next video. We are now going to talk about getting into the business, the technicality of it, what you need to do to start your real estate career, what you should expect, how much money you should have saved, and all that good stuff. Now, every state is different. We are specifically today talking about Wisconsin, but most states are similar. So if you have questions about a specific state, go ahead and shoot me an email, private message me, and I can get that information for you. So let's start with Wisconsin. Now, in Wisconsin, there are two different kinds of real estate license you can get. There's the salesperson license and the broker's license. Now, if you've never been into real estate before, you're not licensed, you are going to go ahead and not worry about the broker's license right now. We're going to talk about the salesperson license, okay? Now, the requirements in Wisconsin is a 72-hour course. Now, there's a couple different ways you can take this course. Most people take it on demand. Now, I recommend, and you'll find on the website a link to where you can go and sign up for these places if you don't have something to write it down right now. I would recommend going through the WRA, that's the Wisconsin Realtors Association, but there are other courses in different settings and college type schools in the state. I recommend the Wisconsin Realtors Association. So you can either do on-demand courses just like you would with an online schooling, or you can do live courses. There's not as many live courses as there used to be, so the only downfall to that is you have to wait until one is available. I also recommend signing up for one that does the full 72 hours back to back. There are many courses out there through different online or local colleges where they will give you the pre-licensing course, but it might be every Monday for X amount of hours for X amount of weeks. I don't recommend that. The pass rate is not as high, and it's just because you forget a lot of that when it's so spread out. So you're going to take that 72-hour course, and then you need to sign up to take the licensing exam. You can do that very easy online, and again, we will put a link so you can go register online for that exam. Now, I recommend, sometimes there's a little bit of a wait, so as soon as you sign up for that real estate course, I recommend scheduling your test because it gives you a goal to get it done if you're doing the on-demand, and you don't want to wait too long after finishing your course to take the licensing exam. Listen, there's a lot of information given to you in these 72 hours. You're probably not going to retain it all. And the longer that you let it sit, the harder it is to remember for most people. And you think, oh, I can take an extra week or two and study, but let's be honest, life happens. I think you're better off just doing that exam as soon as you can. Once you pass the exam, you apply for the license. That doesn't take very long. And then you are a licensed salesperson. Well, what can you do? Not a whole lot yet. With a salesperson license, you can't just go open up your own company or be an agent on your own. You have to join a brokerage and hang your license with a brokerage. Now, we will talk about different brokerages and their benefits in a different video. We're not going to do that right now. I recommend interviewing with a few of them. They are all different. They have different benefits. There's pros and cons to all of them. Now, you can join a brokerage in a few different ways. Be your own agent or join a team. Again, there's pros and cons to both. If you join as your own agent, you are going to get to keep more of your commission. That is really the big benefit as a new agent. And some may have decent training. Some may have excellent training scripts and processes, but you may not know where to start, right? You're kind of just off on your own. If you join a team, you are going to keep less of your commission and you're going to share the glory. right? Things aren't going to go generally in your name. They're going to go in the team's name. But the benefits are you generally get a mentor, at least on my team. There's an onboarding process where we explain how to actually work in the real estate business. You have training, on-demand training, weekly trainings that you can attend. You have scripts, you have processes. You basically, at least on the team that I've created, you're given a blueprint for success. Another big thing, at least for my team, is we actually give you leads and teach you how to find business using your sphere. When you go out on your own and join a brokerage, most likely if you're getting leads, they're here and there. You're not going to get, say, 10, 20, 30 leads a week that you can go after. Now let's talk about what this all costs, right? How much money should you have saved to get into the business? Generally, the real estate course is around $300. I believe it's around $100, give or take, to take the course. And then there's a fee for applying for your license. Every brokerage is different. Some have large startup fees, some have small startup fees. Now, if you're joining my team, another thing that you have to be prepared for are your dues. Realtors pay yearly dues. We have to join a board or we can't call ourselves realtors and we don't get access to MLS. If you're going to go through the studying and the money to get licensed, I recommend take that extra step and join a board, join a brokerage that belongs to a board, and most do. There's some small mom and pop ones that may not, but most of the brokerages that you've heard of are going to require you to pay those board dues. Those vary. Right now, I believe mine are around $1,300 a year. I think they just went up. So I'm not exactly sure, but I've seen them anywhere from like $800 to $1,400. Okay. Then you kind of want to have a little bit of cash stored away, especially if you're not joining a team, to invest in a CRM and things that you need to do your business. Now, if you join a team, my team, we cover all those initial expenses. So you're not starting out in the hole right away, but every team is different. What I recommend is that you have at about $3,000, $2,500 to $3,000 saved up to get into the business, at least for my team. $2,000 will probably do it, but if you can save another $500 to $1,000 to have some spending money for business cards, maybe you need a new laptop, all that good stuff that you often don't think about when you sign up to take the course, $3,000 to start, at least with my team, you would be golden. But I recommend, a lot of people don't know, you need a little bit of money to get started in the business. But where else? And there are some instances where a brokerage or team will pay those fees and then collect them back, your first few commissions. It's something we can always discuss. But where else can you start your own business for $2,500 to $3,000? Really? I borrowed it from my dad. I borrowed it from my dad and paid him back on my first commission years and years and years ago when I got started. Okay? So look for the links for those courses and things I just mentioned, but that's where you need to start. We can talk about brokerages and all this good stuff and giving you the blueprint, but none of it really matters until you take the step to go get licensed.